200 miles or so. There's a lot. And if you look around, you can see there's all sorts of people with higher stakes. So like I said, it is not
It's fine.
it's just, we're here for peace.
Oops, pardon me, bud.
We're here gathering very shortly. As soon as she's ready, there's Russian media, whatever. We also want to get our message out to the media, which is just as important as standing here. But I also want you to give yourselves a round of applause for coming here, supporting the people of Gaza, the people of Palestine. Because all of you are courageous. The Palestinian cause is a noble one. It is a genuine one. It is something that everybody should be standing here for. Should be here, not just us. So we are here for Palestine, for the courageous people of Palestine. We'll get started in a moment. I'm just trying to keep
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine!
Everybody, just so we let the world know why we're here, when I say what do we want, I want to hear justice, and when I say when do we want it, what are you guys going to say? Now! When I say when do we want it, what are you going to say?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want?
Now!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
All right, everybody. I'm going to introduce you guys to Rima. I've been with her for the past 4 weeks. Every day, we've been passing out flyers. We've been speaking. We want the world to know that we're not going to sit down while they kill innocent people. Not with our tax dollars. They didn't ask our permission, so I'm going to give the microphone to Rima. I want everyone to give as much love and attention to her as we've been giving to Palestine and injustice everywhere, from Ferguson to Palestine. These injustices are crimes.
You guys, I want to welcome everyone here today. I know there's some people from Dayton, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Cincinnati. Let's give them a round of applause for coming out and supporting us today. My name is Rima. Most of you guys know me. I stand with the oppressed, I stand with Palestine, and I most certainly stand with Gaza. I stand in front of you today on behalf of my family that resides in Hebron, Palestine. On behalf of my mother, my brothers, and my siblings, all of them. I stand in front of you on behalf of my husband who was kidnapped by the Israeli police, soldiers, brutally beaten and imprisoned for months at a time and starved. I stand in front of you today on behalf of Ohio. I want you guys to give yourself a round of applause right now for being here. I want to hear you guys loud and proud today until my ears are ringing. I want the entire state to hear us today. Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry! Let's try that again. Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry! Our love for you will never die! Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry! Our love for you will never die! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Gaza! Free Gaza! Free Gaza! Free Gaza! Free Palestine! Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming. I know a lot of you have come from far and some from near. I am American, and I'm also Palestinian. My heritage comes from Deir Yassin, from the 1948 massacre. My grandfather was killed in this massacre, and I'm here to remember him, and for my father, who has passed away and long lived to live in Palestine once. So, the reason I'm here today is because we're all here for different reasons. But the main reason we're here for humanity. Our president, only 5 members of Congress, and the media, none of them want to talk about human rights and what's going on in Gaza. And this is a shame. The people of Gaza need a voice, and that's why we're here today, as to speak out for them. The reign of terror and humiliation Israel is causing on Palestinians to make those living in Gaza abandon their homes and their land, like they did in 66 years ago, in 48. They have done the same to the West Bank, Hebron, Jericho, and many besides the Gaza. Israelis would like people to think that the Israeli government and the IDF are superior, and that they have the supreme control of the Palestinians. They would like the Palestinians to leave their homes and their land like they did in 48 in order to build illegal settlements on them. And we're not going to allow this anymore. Enough is enough. They've taken enough of our land. We have 6.9 million refugees, and many of them are here that cannot go back to their land without a visa. And this is a shame. We have this right, and we should be able to go back to our country as we see fit. The Israelis' decision, the refusal of our president to only give $3.5 billion of our tax-paying dollars to the Israelis to bring this terror to the people of Gaza is a shame. We need more Americans to stand up and say that no more of our tax-paying dollars will be going to Gaza. Or, I'm sorry, to the Israeli government. The terror that they have... I'm sorry, I'm just really nervous.
You're doing great.
And the thousands and the millions, we are all Palestinians.
Thousands and the millions, we are all Palestinians.
In the thousands and the millions, we are all Palestinians.
In the thousands and the millions, we are all Palestinians.
Israel, Israel, you will learn.
Israel, Israel, you will learn.
Or the millions will return.
By the millions will return.
Israel, Israel, you will learn.
Israel, Israel, you will learn.
Or the millions will return.
By the millions will return.
All right, this one, we're just going to do it together, guys. Free Palestine, free. Free Palestine, free.
Free Palestine, free. Free Palestine, free. Free Palestine, free. Free Palestine, free. Free Palestine, free. Free Palestine, free. Free Palestine, free. Free Palestine, free. Free Palestine, free. Free Palestine, free. Free Palestine, free. Free Palestine, free. Free Palestine, free.
All right, everybody. Next person I want to introduce. A few weeks ago, we had our first protest for Gaza in response to the deadly assault and the bombs dropped on babies in their sleep. We came out, we just organized on Facebook. It was done by Rima. I was on my way to the protest to meet people that I've never met before. I got a call asking me how many people would be there. I said a lot. In my head, I thought maybe 45. We had 3,000 people. Columbus stands with Gaza, and we stand with humanity. And somebody who was a big part of that is Abbas, who's our guest here from Cleveland. Go ahead, big line.
Thank you very much. As a brother here said, my name is Abbas Hamida. I'm also from the same village as the sister that was speaking, the village of Deir Yassin, which was a village that was massacred on April 9, 1948 in the pre-dawn, where Israeli terrorists or Zionist terrorists came in and basically massacred everybody in their way. They came to us, we didn't come to them. They came to us on the pre-morning on April 9 of 1948, where they massacred women, children, old men. They did not spare anybody. One of them was Hayat al-Balbasi that comes to mind. She was from outside the village. She was a school teacher. She was massacred while trying to spare an old man. She stood in front of the old man and she was also shot to death and murdered. So my point is here, 66 years later, we're standing here in Columbus, we're standing here in front of the world, and we're telling everybody the plight of the Palestinian people. They scapegoat Hamas, they scapegoat Islamic Jihad, they scapegoat resistance fighters for their terrorism. It is a shame, a very big shame, that the country we stand here was the very first country. If you recall, Harry S. Truman was the first president of the United States to acknowledge the existence of the terrorist state of Israel. So it is nothing new. Unfortunately, our government here supports a terrorist entity, the state of Israel. Your funding, your money, your tax dollars goes and finances the genocide of the Palestinian people. Your tax dollars paid for about 500 children that were brutally massacred just in the latest attacks. And they still have the audacity, they still have the gall to blame Hamas, a resistance organization that came about 39 to 40 years later after the Israeli occupation of Palestine. The occupation didn't start a few days ago. The Palestinian people have been systematically murdered since 66 years ago, since 1948, and even before then, the Palestinians were occupied by Britain, which some of you may know or recall the revolt of the 1936. So even before Israel came, and basically the country was handed to them by Britain, we were still an occupied nation. So we've been enduring almost 100 years, a decade, a century of Israeli occupation, of British occupation, of colonial rule. And we will stand here and stand around the world and resist this brutal occupation against our people. We stand here today with the Palestinian people because it is a noble cause. I understand that maybe we don't have 3,000 people here today like we did in the first rally, but this is Columbus Week. It's okay. We come out on behalf of the people that can't come no more or that need that energy to uplift them. The Palestinian struggle is a long one. It needs a lot of energy. So when people take a step back, we need to step forward and come about. So do not be discouraged when you're here and you look around you and you don't have that 3,000 that we had the first time. It doesn't mean that people don't care. It doesn't mean that people don't support Palestine. It means that other people need to step in their place and come here. And it's not just a Palestinian cause. This is a humanitarian issue. So you don't have to be Palestinian. You have to be human. You have to have some conscience in you. And as we know, the Palestinian people stand with oppressed people all around the world. Some of you may recall some of the new tactics here are the terror attacks on people here in America in Ferguson. The people in Gaza were tweeting and they're educating the people on how to resist in Ferguson. That is the Palestinian energy. Because we do teach life and we also teach resistance. So thank you for coming here and supporting Palestine. Thank you for coming and supporting a courageous cause for a courageous people. Long live Palestine!
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 Free, free 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 Palestine!
Stop the killing! Stop the crime!
Stop the killing! Stop the crime!
Israel out of Palestine!
Israel out of Palestine!
Stop the killing! Stop the crime!
Stop the killing! Stop the crime!
Trying to get webcams.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody.
Back live.
I want to thank everybody for being here. I really appreciate that. It really warms my heart. I see faces of all colors. We're all Palestinians, truly, and we're here not just for, like Abbas was saying, not just for Palestine. We're here for Ferguson, and I want you guys to all remember the same tear gas they're using on protesters in Missouri, in the United States. They're using in Gaza. And the people of Gaza tweeted the people of Ferguson and said, use Coca-Cola, use milk to wash out your eyes, don't use water. That's what we're about. We're all here together.
Free Palestine! Free Ferguson!
Free Ferguson!
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm taking.
Occupation is a crime! From Ferguson to Palestine!
Occupation is a crime!
From Ferguson to Palestine.
Occupation is a crime! From Ferguson to Palestine!
Occupation is a crime! Ferguson to Palestine!
Occupation is a crime! From Ferguson to Palestine!
Occupation is a crime! Ferguson to Palestine!
Occupation is a crime!
Occupation is a crime!
Occupation is a crime!
From Ferguson to Palestine!
Ferguson to Palestine!
Occupation is a crime!
Occupation is a crime!
From Ferguson to Palestine!
Ferguson to Palestine!
Thank you, thank you. We're here, standing here. My name is Tammy, and I'm here as a member of PSG. I'm proud to be standing with my sisters and my brothers and my friends. I'm so proud to be standing here with people that believe the same thing, united in a cause. I'm standing here to welcome our friends from Ferguson that have come together with us. We understand that there's unity in the struggle, and it doesn't matter what you believe. It's not about religion. It's not about where you stand politically. It's about humanity. And so we're so excited to be standing here right now, standing up for what we believe in. And so many of you have been following us on Facebook and have seen our struggles just trying to exercise our right to speak. And we won't be silent anymore. We will stand here. We will hold our elected officials responsible. We will demand that they weigh in on these issues. I've been out here on the battlefield with many of us, fighting for so many causes, and people are tired. They're tired of not being heard. They're tired of not being listened to. They're tired of not being understood. We are all human beings that deserve the right to freedom and to liberty and justice. And so I'm thanking you right now. I'm so proud, and I'm not caught up in numbers. I'm not caught up in numbers. I'm caught up in the people that are dedicated, standing here with me today, and you right here that took time out of your busy schedule to stand with us for what's right. And so keep standing with us, because it takes each one to wake somebody up. Stand next, touch somebody next to you and say, go back home and wake somebody up. Tell them, come on.
Wake somebody up.
Go back home and wake somebody up.
You too.
And you might not know everything about what this is about, but what we do know is that we have the right to freedom. We have a right to free speech. We have a right to this state house. I was born and raised in this city. I have dedicated my life for fighting for causes and justice and for peace. And so I'm very disappointed to my state.